Okay, so this morning's post for COMMGiving addresses the issue of perfectionism when you're branding your own image. Okay, when you're managing your own image. Now, let's put it this way. Even if you were to listen to this from like a university professor, right? They got their own. It's like a university professor has their own career, right? And if you want them to fix, let's say your public image is utter mess, you want them to fix it, you're gonna have to hire them as a consultant, right? But what they share, say in class, on some social media, is for everyone. You understand? But if you got yourself in such, like your career in such shambles, you're gonna have to hire them as a consultant, right? So I'm kind of like that. I got my own career to look after, and this for sure is not, I'm not gonna throw a wrench in here. You use it like some kind of like, terrorist or something, right? But if your career is like your public image is such a mess, you're gonna have to hire someone as a consultant, right? This will not serve that purpose. I've said it time again. It's purely textbook stuff. All right. So getting back to perfectionism in branding. I mean, okay, let's say Ezekiel, right? I think, is he charged? If he's charged, he's got to do that 6-game suspension now, right? Sure. But they'll keep him on because under the law, he'll do like probation, community service, what have you, right? On the field, he can still run plays, right? Off the field. Now, I shared yesterday, Married to Medicine, right? Now, it's up to each and every individual if they feel comfortable hanging out with Ezekiel, like on a personal basis. Understand? So the team, he's like one of those rare athletes, right, that can run plays at the NFL level. And if he does his probation or fines, whatever have you, he'll be back. That's sort of his employment situation. It's happened before in the past. Off the field. Yeah, right. Orange juice, right? Off the field. Right? He's gonna have sort of like friendship problems. You know what I mean? Happens that sort of like law of nature applies to you, me, him, everybody. Now, no one's saying you gotta be perfect, but sometimes some people off the field don't even address it. They just walk away like, I still got employment. I don't care about the rest of society. You know what happens? They start to live in a glass, right? Now, normal people, like, it's hard to imagine $1 million contracts for normal people. But off the field, when you're not hanging out with your coworkers, you gotta apologize. How did you start ending up living in a glass? Right? So that's perfectionism in branding. You might still have your employment because, to the employer, you did your time, you're a rare breed, rare thing, you can run plays. But when you ain't hanging with your coworkers in a professional manner, and you just think everything's hunky-dory because you still got employment, I'm not so sure. Everybody else has to apologize to like their friends, their family, their fans. Nowadays, how fans are? You know how fans are. And you know why? You used them all these years. Seriously, you don't use your fans? You look at the guys who are benched, like the second string and third string. Seriously, first stringer, you don't use your fans. You use your fans like crazy. So off the field, when you're not hanging out with the coach and the physio doctor and the rest of the team, all right, so that's perfectionism branding. There is no perfectionism in branding. All right. This thing about not apologizing because you still got employment. You know what I mean? So you got it. And why am I saying? Well, it's really textbook. You know, who's seeing this? Maybe your agent who's been in the business, maybe a VP of your organization. I don't know. Maybe you showed it to somebody. Maybe you showed it to your brother who is a marketing manager. There's no wrench here. But if some special cases, it's such a mess. Textbook's not gonna pull you out. You need like real life experience, people with field experience. You can hire them as consultant. Oh boy, eh? Shitstorm.